Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome in. How we doing? Wait, do I have... Okay, I do have Spotify here. Hold on, let me turn it down a little bit. Okay. Alright everyone, what's up? Welcome in. It's good to see everyone. He was hiding under a duck, yes. Streamlabs should be here? I'm, I'm looking at this thing here and it doesn't look like he is, but... Thank you, Nat. Thank you. I appreciate that. There I am. Alright, let's see who's here. Pika, thank you so much for the sub. For the resub. 9 months. That's crazy. Y'all have been here a long time already. Nearly a year. It's already been almost a year. That's crazy. Thank you so much, Pika. It really, means a lot. Thank you. Saying hi for now. Gotta take care of some stuff. I'll be back later. Of course, Pell. You've probably gone already, but... we will have fun. I don't know. I have SCPs already written out here. I'm actually prepared this evening. We're not gonna be like, what are we reading today? I have it written down, and I have who suggested them. I have it all written down here. Minion, thank you for the head pats. I appreciate it. Also, welcome in. It's good to see you. Let's see. What's up, Nat? What's up? Dew on the grass. Good morning. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you have a good day. Yeah, what's up, Minion? I mean, any anti-memes today? I don't think so. No anti-memes today. I did buy the book, though. I have the book and I've read some of it, but I've kind of flopped with it the past couple of months, but I do have it. I bought it, and I am very interested in reading it. I'm actually a flop with books. Recently. I used to not be. I used to read books very quickly, but it seems like I've just been busier with things, but I do have the book. I have the book, and I will read it. I'm gonna try and read it before, at least before the end of the year. I have other books I'm also reading, so yes, I do have it. And I kind of contemplated just, like, reading it on stream, because all of those, entries are also, like, here. On the website, I believe. But God, that's a lot of reading. My voice. I don't know if it could handle it. I don't know. But we'll see. But how was everyone's weekend? I hope y'all had a really good weekend. I hope y'all had chill, fun weekend. I didn't do much of anything. I actually don't think I did anything. The only thing that I did differently was I downloaded Apex again. I downloaded Apex yesterday. And I'm like, do I really want to open that can of worms again? And the answer was yes. The answer was yes. I downloaded it. I played a few rounds. Sucked really bad. But you know what? That's Apex. And I feel like it's gotten even more sweatier than I remember. Like, when I stopped playing it back in February, I guess I stopped in February. I stopped playing it in February. And it was already sweaty then. And now it's like even worse now, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Aren't y'all all supposed to be in ranked? Like, please, God, let us live. But no, I think the last match I made it to 7th place. Weirdly. Quick, get it away, I know. It downloads a virus on your computer called Apex Legends, right? I need to let my cat out, hold on. So yeah, I downloaded that. So there's that, and then I downloaded finally an update for Overwatch. So I've been kind of... Yesterday I played a little bit of Overwatch, I played a little bit of Apex for old time's sake. It went okay. I also didn't win a whole lot of those matches. because people are sweaty there too. But not as bad as Apex. I shockingly think that I play Overwatch way better than I play Apex. I'm used to Overwatch a little bit more though. Also, what's up, Acer, and welcome in. Good to see you. So yeah, we back to our FPS shooters now. With my internet being the way it's been recently, I don't know if I'll be able to stream on Twitch. I mean, we're obviously gonna try at some point. I'll just, even before my internet started acting crazy, I still had to stream on 720, especially for Apex. Apex did not like being streamed in 1080p. Hated it, actually. It would turn off my whole hotspot. My whole hotspot would like overheat and turn off completely. Hotspot Kun did not like it. So we had to.
He walked to the mailbox with me, so he's pretty tired.
Okay. Come on. That was my dad. I'm sorry if you heard him. Oh. He was telling me the cat just came back into my room. He was telling me the cat walked all the way to the mailbox with him, and now he's tired. The old man is tired. He walked so far. Not really, but to him, I'm sure it was far. Ugh. I can't do BR team shooters because I know I'll get addicted. Yeah, they're very addicting. For sure. I know it took me a long time. Like, I played Apex religiously for a very long time until I made myself stop. I had to make myself stop playing Apex because I was getting very upset at people. And I was starting to try and play ranked a little bit, and ranked, I would get like pretty far in ranked, and then like it wouldn't take no time for you to go back to wherever you began, and that sucked. I hated it. I played a little bit of Overwatch ranked, but I feel like that's not as bad as Apex for some reason. The male cat watches all, yes. Only my time open for more diversity. See, I kind of like wanted to do that too. Like when I first started VTubing, PNG tubing, I played a lot of Overwatch. And then when I finally got into Apex, I played a lot of Apex. It was almost exclusively what I played. But then I'm like, I want to play actual games. And I feel like that's worked out a little bit better for me, personally. And also my mood's a lot better. My mood is better for it, for sure. Does the old man have any wise words for us? Would you like to say a few words for the people? He rubs up against the microphone. I don't know what that means, but I want y'all to take that to heart. He's like rubbing up against the microphone. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Yes. Yes. He's rubbing up against it again. I don't know what that means, but take it to heart, okay? Take that with you throughout life. What's up, Close? Welcome in. We're just yapping for a second. Like we're not gonna yap already. I have tea. That's why I was kind of a little late with stream. I had to make some tea. Keep hearing the skull impact. Yep. You don't want to say things? Can you say something? He was chatty this morning. I don't know what his problem was, but he was very chatty this morning. He like would not hush. I guess he got it out of his system. Thank you for the hydrate redeem, Nat. I appreciate it. I have water. I have like 2 freaking bottles of water here, and I have a tea. That is still kind of steeping, so, and it's still a little hot. So I think I'm just gonna drink water. So I had one specifically that I was gonna read today. And I have several others, because, just in case. But there's one in particular that I found, that I have not read yet. But I saw that Tyrion suggested it. And I hate to read it when he's not here, but it looks really good. It looks really, really good. But there's a lot of stuff that goes with it. Like there's a lot. Let's see if I can find it here. My cat used to do that when I was getting sick. It was like clockwork. I was sick last week, but he just does it. He just whenever he gets moody, he'll do that. Someone add Tyrion. What's up, comic? Welcome in. It's good to see you. But so I need to figure out if we want to read this or not. I just hate to read it. I hate to read people's suggested SCPs and they're not here. I have one for Tyrion, I have one for Nat, and I have two for Pale that they've suggested. But I think Tyrion's been busy, so let's see. Let me see if I can. It is SCP. Wait. Whoa, I went way too far. Never mind. Okay, here we go. That makes it easier. This one's called The Flesh Hates Us. The images look very disgusting, but it looks very, very cool. It's a Keter class, which means it's pretty dangerous. If I remember correctly, I think Keter means that it's dangerous. SCP-610 infected individuals in a converted environment. Visible are an animate infected, an inanimate infected, a non-human infected, and several unknown infected. I don't think I can, hold on. I might could zoom in the website, hold on. Yeah. Wait, I can't scroll. It's this thing. Yeah, the classes mean how hard it is to contain the SCPs, that's right. So Keter means it's hard to contain. I believe it's a table with flesh and chopped. It's not chopped. They're not chopped bodies. It's just weird looking flesh. That apparently it's an infection of some kind. I suddenly don't want my chips. Yeah, it's a little funky, but look, it's kind of long. I mean, we've read longer. But there's logs that go with it. And these logs are kind of lengthy. And so I thought about doing this one. But this would literally take the whole stream. Probably. I don't know if it would take the whole stream, but it would be a lot. There's a lot here. There's a lot to unpack here. So there's that. The logs are basically SCPs unto themselves, yeah. A 6-hour stream. I do want to start streaming for a little longer, but not 6 hours. I would die. Dude, if I started... Yeah, that's a lot of words. I don't know if I want to tackle that today. Yesterday it seemed like a good idea, but today's a different story. But I want to read this one at some point. We might have to dedicate a whole entire stream for that one. There's another one I wanted to read. 24-hour stream. I can't do that. There's no freaking way. This one looked really, really cool. This one was Nat's, I believe. The self-inserting character. And it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So, let's see. Yeah, the self-inserting character. Do you accept recommendations? I do. I don't know if I will get to it today, but I will eventually. We have like a list/chart going. because I don't do this as often as I want to, but I would like to start up doing it more again. But yeah, I do take recommendations if I have not read it yet. Let's see. All right, we can do this one first. We'll do the self-inserting character. Careful, who does not hold back on their lists. Oh, you're gonna give me a lot of them. SCP-7243. Oh. Wait, let me write these down really quick. Point proven. Okay, wait. 7243. 6488. 8817. God, this pin's going out. Wait. 6500. Jesus Christ. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, you know what? You were correct. They do not hold back on their lists. 206416. Okay, maybe that's enough. I gotcha. I gotcha. I got it all written down. Again, I don't think I'll be able to get to these today, but we'll get to them eventually. So, like, these streams started out with me, like, being very interested in SCPs. Because I really like cryptids and stuff. And just paranormal stuff in general. It very much fascinates me. And so people were like, you should read SCPs. Or you should look into SCPs. So I'm like, cool, let's do that one stream. And so we did. And now everyone seems to like this whenever we go through and read SCPs. So I do these ever so often. But I'd like to do them more often if I can. I just play a lot of video games. I play too much video games. Yeah, y'all got me way addicted to these already. And they're all like 4-page placeholders. No! With crosslinks galore. You know what? That's great though. I love that. I love SCPs with a lot of lore. It makes it fun, but God, my voice does not like it. I run out of gas really, really quickly when I do SCP streams. Updating the list. Thank you so much, Nat, for your service. Also, internet might act up. I'm not sure. Hopefully not. We'll see what happens, though. So far, so good. We'll see what happens, though. Placeholder McD is an author? Whoa. You're gonna make me read a book? You're gonna make me read a book? Is that what this is? Alright. Which is fine. I love reading about SCPs. I would straight up read an SCP book on stream. I would do it. Okay, Kat, you're gonna have to go and lay down. Can you go and lay down now? I have held you for an adequate amount of time. That should be enough for you to take a nap. Well, night-night. Add in Rounder House's gold proposal and jade proposal on your list. Holy shit. Okay. Let me write that down and get a new pen. Gold proposal. And jade proposal. And now I gotta let this cat out. And Pikmin blank proposal bills. Holy crap. This is great. You'll be reading peak SCP. Alright, gotcha. Understood. This is great. No, I very much welcome this because we still have a good bit left in our to-read list. So we need we still have good bit left, but we needed more. I feel like we needed more too, so we'll have more of a variety to read. Sorry, I'm writing all this down so I can look it up later. You're about to stunlock her for months. Good. This is what we not. This is what we want. It's what we need. 5616. Thank you, Nat. I know you're probably keeping up with this too, and I very much appreciate that. Nat is our resident bookkeeper for SCPs, and it's very much appreciated. Otherwise, I'd be lost without this. Okay. Yeah, let me read all this first. Let me read all this first. And then you can wreck me some more. You can wreck me some more later. Troll face. That's totally fine. Totally good. I have to say, though, I'm not keeping track at all. No, closer, you. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you if you're helping. I appreciate it. You're very much appreciated here in this space. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Everyone thank Close. Yeah, I got a lot. I got a lot. Thank you, Pika. I got a lot. It'll keep me busy for quite a while. I wish I could do this at least once a week, but blech. Games. I said no need. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright. Alright, gang. Oh, poor Close. Doesn't get the appreciation he needs. Alright, do we want to start? Do we want to start with the self-inserting character? I do. It seems really cool. We appreciate your presence, Close, we do. This is a Close appreciation stream. Alright, let me see if my tea is warm. Can we intersperse some short and sweet ones among the Iliad tsunami? Yes, you can. As long as they're short and sweet. Oh, that's good. I got lemon ginger tea and I put some sugar in it. Oh, it's so good. So good. It's okay, Pika, you were just excited. You were just excited. Like I said, I just have like a rough outline of like what I would like to read during the stream. But if y'all have something y'all would like to recommend that's short, I don't mind that either. As long as it keeps me busy through the stream and it's not too long. Language is a social construct. Language isn't real. I hate to inform y'all, but language just isn't real. So yeah. I have a great many short SCPs good. I would appreciate that. The nuclear option is phenomenal if we haven't gotten it. I don't think I remember reading about the nuclear option. I don't think I remember reading that one. I know the last time we read SCPs, I read about I can't remember what the number was, but it was like a godlike entity. That was very fascinating to read about. That was a rather long entry, but it was so good. Yeah, I can't remember which one that one was, but it was like he was basically God and could bend reality however he wanted to, which was kind of cool. Also, 231 Fear itself is amazing. Ooh. The, what was another one I read not too long ago that was really good? I like reading about, like, cryptic things. Like, cryptic little creatures. Uh, and the last little creature I read about that I really enjoyed was the Doorman. God, you say better not let any anime RPG characters find out. Right? Uh, anyways, the Doorman was great. I really liked reading about the Doorman. Um, he, was so cool. The way he steals coffee creamer. I just think that's neat. SCP-8200 and SCP-8408. Yes. Exactly! Why would anyone freeze him? Why is everyone so scared of him? He's just a little guy. He just wants, like, he's a shy little guy. Like, he's good. I love him. I would take him home and take care of him. He can stand outside my door if he wants to. Maybe people wouldn't come in and out of my room. I love him so much. He's so good. We've encountered a lot of really good creatures in our SCP adventures, for sure. These cats are irritating me. They'll come in and then they want to leave. Let's do that one with the two brothers that the Foundation has to bribe to keep them from destroying. Oh my god, that sounds great. Okay, it's so funny doing these SCP streams because it's literally like 30 minutes to an hour before I even start. Because we just yap so much. I yap so much during them. But it's easy to get very distracted when talking about SCPs, and we always veer off and chase rabbits. We always veer off course very quickly. Let teacher talk. Yes, I do need to start reading the SCPs. Let me let this cat out again. Such is the nature of SCPs. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Maybe the stream is an SCP after all. Yeah, there's a lot of SCP. There's a lot of rabbit holes to fall into with SCPs. It very much is. And it also happens whenever the SCP also has, like, kind of like the first one I just showed y'all that I wanted to do, the flesh one. When they have different logs that you can read as well. But that's when you know the SCP is good, when it's got all the good lore. When it's got a lot of lore. But yeah, I've actually read a lot of SCPs in the past. So if you check out my YouTube channel, I have a good amount of videos there of VODs just like this, where I read things. Where I read lots and lots of SCPs. Yeah, he's very uncontent tonight, and I don't know why. He's just, like, very restless for some reason. So is my other cat. Alright, let me get another sip. I'm getting another sip, and then we're gonna start this entry really quick. Y'all, my tea is, like, perfect. It's like the perfect warmth. It's great. Alright. Let's get started. Thank you for the head pets, Nat. I appreciate it. So, this is SCP-423. Nat is the one that actually recommended this one. It is a safe. Object class is safe. So let's start. Special containment procedures. SCP-423 is contained in a 5x5 meter room containing 3 2x3 meter bookshelves. An incinerator is located adjacent. Okay. All personnel entering or leaving the room are to be searched for written material. Any written material must be checked for any trace of SCP-423 and then, if found clean, incinerated. What? Okay, at night, SCP-423 is to remain in a small plain journal marked 423. Failure to remain in this journal at designated times will result in loss of reading material outside of scheduled experiments. What? What is this? Okay, wait. Let's go into the description. SCP-423 has no physical form. It appears to exist entirely within textual narratives. It was discovered in a used bookstore in Texas on 19 in a copy of Tom Sawyer. The book was purchased by Agent who located it during a routine search. It originated in Texas. That's kind of funny. Agent brought the book back to Sector 28 as instructed. The book seemed perfectly normal except for the inclusion of a character named Fred, who was not known to exist in any other version of the story. However, it was not until it was left by a copy of Moby Dick that the anomalous nature of SCP-423 became clear. Yes, we do have an SCP suggestions channel in the Discord. If y'all want a place to put your recommendations, absolutely. You can join the Discord and you can put your suggestions there. And we'll then add it to our list. Yes, yes. SCP-423 is able to enter textual narratives, inserting itself as a minor character. The details of the character vary from story to story, but it is always named Fred, or something similar. And its role in the story is usually minor. Physical descriptions of the character are rare, but it usually appears as a human male of average height and middle years. However, this can change depending on the nature of the narrative. He has appeared as a student in narratives focusing on children, and thus presumably of an appropriate age, or even as a non-human in narratives where humans are absent or rare. At no time in his appearance remarked on as being unusual by other characters. Dude, this is crazy. Texas representation, let's go. Texas rep, this SCP. SCP-423 is able to move from one narrative to another voluntarily, provided the two works are within one meter of each other. The process takes up to 3 minutes, depending on the length of the new narrative. The entire narrative changes at once, the text on all pages seeming to move. Occasionally, the length of the narrative changes. In these cases, the text grows smaller or larger to fit the page count of the book. It is only able to appear in physical textual narratives. It cannot enter electronic storage or affect purely visual narratives. If placed in proximity to a graphic novel or other form of sequential art, it will change the text boxes and dialogue bubbles, but will not affect the pictures. Similarly, illustrations in a textual narrative do not change, even if they no longer match up to the narrative as affected by SCP-423. It prefers fictional narratives. However, it can enter any narrative that has characters, including anecdotes, biographies, and research notes. See Addendum 4231. It can re-enter a narrative that it has already exited. If it does so, the narrative typically differs from the last time SCP-423 entered the story. However, it has displayed a preference of narratives it has not yet entered. Oh, so, like, it can leave a narrative, but it can come back to that same narrative, but as a different character, or, like, totally different. But it prefers to jump into newer narratives. That's so cool. It is currently unknown what effect dying in a narrative would have on SCP-423. Despite the best effort of researchers, SCP-423 displays a strong grasp of narrative principles and is usually able to predict the best response in a given circumstance to avoid danger to itself. It has, however, displayed minor injuries. However, these seem to vanish when it enters a new narrative. Bruh, if it died in the narrative, would it, like, actually die? So it's basically Rick? Maybe. Dude. Alright, SCP-423 can be communicated with by coaxing it into a journal. It responds to questions written within, with SCP-423's responses appearing underneath the questions. When it transfers to another narrative, its responses disappear from the journal. It has been largely cooperative since its containment. Its only requests so far have been for more narratives. It has expressed a preference for narratives with a large number of background characters, as this makes it easier for it to blend in and watch the good stuff. It has been recommended that, should it become uncooperative, it be confined to the journal until it becomes more amenable to staff requests. Researchers who desire more information on SCP-423 should read Experiment Log 423-A. Okay, we're gonna read this. We're gonna read this later, though. Let's read the addendums first. Addendum 4231. Researchers are reminded that all physical written material is in a potential habitat for 423, and all notes should therefore be taken electronically. If written notes must, for some reason, be taken, be sure to check for addenda from guest researcher Fred. Because his name is Fred. SCP-4232. The user of SCP-583 to destroy... Bleh. The use of SCP-583 to destroy SCP-423 has been suggested. While the SCP is not slated for destruction at this present time, it has been noted should circumstances change. This thing is string theory in a book. Oh man, this is really cool. I like it. What is the use of... What is this one? Oh god, it's bad. Wait. God, a lethal security system has been kept operative in the containment room? Wait, how long is this? It's not very long. Okay, wait. We're gonna come back to this. We're coming back to that. But let's read Experiment. Oh god, this is a lot of words. This is a lot of words. Whoa. Hey, let's not read this other really big SCP. Let's start out off reading this smaller SCP. Gets into experiment logs. Holy crap. You know, honestly... Yeah, that's a lot. But, oh, okay. I think this is it just, like, inserting itself into certain books. Yeah, this is them testing it. Guys, I don't think I'm gonna read this. This is a lot. If you're interested, you can go back and read it later, but this is... Wait, this is World War Z. Wait, we gotta read this one. I actually know this book. World War Z, the book consists of multiple small interviews like stories told from the perspective of survivors from a zombie apocalypse. Yes, I know this book. I've read this book. And the results were SCP-423 demanifested from the journal and was discovered to have added in the accounts of a character named Fred, who survived in a bookstore on Data Expunged Road in New York. A team has been dispatched to investigate the named location. But what happened? Yo, these are like real books that it inserted itself into. Wait. The Hobbit? I've not read The Hobbit, though. Dragon Quest? Harry Potter? Wait, Mary Had a Little Lamb? References to Mary in verse 1 are now references to Freddy. References to her in verse 2 are now references to him. Oh my god. Wait, I'm just gonna like scroll through this really quick. Oh, cat, please. Let me live. Go lay down. The Odyssey, no change. SCP-423 left the book after 5 minutes saying interesting, but I think I'll leave this one for when I'm really bored. No, not the Odyssey. No. I've not read the Odyssey yet, but I'm reading the Iliad currently, and I really like the book. I love the Iliad so freaking much, and so I know I will like the Odyssey. This makes me so sad. Fred didn't like the Odyssey. Surge. Rip. He has no taste. He's dead to me. Green eggs and ham? Halfway through the book, Sam I Am asks the protagonist, would you eat them here with Fred? Would you eat them with some bread? The protagonist refuses. No edited nor additional illustrations were included. Notes. After returning to his journal, SCP-423 noted, that was fun. The Fellowship of the Ring. I'm sorry, I don't know these. I haven't educated myself with Lord of the Rings yet. Frediger Burroughs, noted as a friend of Samwise Gamgee, accompanies Frodo Baggins and his party throughout the book. Interesting. Testing forbidden, testing forbidden. The Gardens of the Moon, I've not read that. Oh, let's see. You have to watch Lord of the Rings. I know. I haven't done it yet. Maybe we can do that for maybe we can do that for Community Not One Not. Educate me. Marvel Works. I don't know X-Men either. I don't know X-Men. Wait, The Outsiders. Wait, I know this book. I like this book. Okay, a new member of the Sox accompanies Robert during the scene in which Robert is murdered. When Ponyboy wakes up after having attempted to be drowned, Johnny mentions that someone unimpressively handsome had introduced himself as Fred before punching Johnny in the face, then running out there like lightning. After returning to the journal, SCP-423 remarked, I know that you guys record this, and I didn't want to ruin the ending for anyone who hadn't read the book. It is to be noted that the end of the book, redacted. Oh my god. I read this in school, like, oh yeah. I didn't read The Outsiders in school, I kind of read it later in life. But I'm a big fan of the movie. I like the movie. Wait, The Outsiders has a musical? For real? I didn't know that. I have not seen this, but I want to. What? I need to watch that. Because I like musicals. I'm gonna write this down. Okay. Now I won't forget. It was on Broadway this year. Ooh. I'm very interested. I would like to see that. I didn't read or watch it. I guess I'm the outsider. Yeah, no, it's very much recommended. They're good books. Or not good books. It's a good book. And the movie's actually really good too. Falls out of the chair in the Outsider movie was real, and the director loved it so much he left it in the movie for real. That's funny. It's so like crazy because when you watch the Outsider movie, it was made in the 80s. And like back then, a lot of those guys hadn't really made it too big yet. But if you look at the movie, almost every single one of those guys ended up making it big in Hollywood. It's got Tom Cruise, Emilio Estevez. Wow, everyone just left me all of the names. But if you look it up, it's like Oh yeah, and Patrick Swayze, Matt Dillon, Ralph Macchio. Yeah. Emilio Estevez. All those guys made it big, and they were like super young too. Let's see. I wish I could like blow up this picture. Look at So yeah. It's a really good 80s movie. I love 80s movies. I'll add to my list. Yes, you should. We were watching it in middle school and we were like, is that Matt Dillon? Yep. That is Matt Dillon. It's really good. It's really good. Very much recommended. I grew up watching that movie because my parents love 80s movies. They're stuck in the 80s. So I actually grew up listening to 80s music and watching 80s movies. Mary Had a Little Lamb. Same as the last time Mary Had a Little Lamb was used, SCP-423 manifested itself in invisible ink. When asking SCP-423 if he noticed the change in ink, he did admit that the document seemed slightly different. It seemed that SCP-423 might be able to notice specific patterns and differences between text, explaining his adherence to story-specific restrictions. This is confirmed by this experiment. Massive Men. Yeah, I saw that earlier. But I've not read this book. I haven't read that one. Inception. The lyrics to Bohemian Rhapsody? Wait. In verses 2 and 3, Mama was replaced by Frederica? Frederica? SCP-423 seemed unaware that this was a song as opposed to a poem. It seems that not all information is given to SCP-423, merely enough for him to not interpret the flow of a poem or song, as well as fulfill any standards set by a story. What? This is crazy. Also, it's wild that, hold on. That he did this with a song written by Freddie Mercury. Oh, that's crazy. 50 Shades of Grey? Why would you want to insert yourself into... No, I'm not even gonna finish that. Anyway, the result, a minor character, Fred, appeared in the background. SCP-423 expressed that it was a bit uncomfortable with the explicit scenes within the book and requests that it be sent to stories with more adventure and action next time. Why would they do that to Fred? Y'all, that was an employee completely trolling Fred. It seems that SCP-423 also has a taste for specific books. This is the first time it was exposed to a sexually explicit book, so it was not used to the situation. Fred said, can you not? Oh my god, why would they even think to do that? Poor Fred. Imagine. I would straight up be like, can you just confine me to the journal? I'd rather be here for the rest of my life instead of y'all putting me in these kinds of books. Real talk though, real talk. My friends were like, whenever this came out, the 50 Shades of Grey, my friends were like, oh, this is so good, this is so good, this is so good. And so I'm like, really? Really? They're like, yeah, you should read it. And I'm like, alright. So I got it for my Kindle. Y'all, I barely made it through the first chapter, and I'm like, this isn't for me. Like, it's not the best written book at all. To each his own, I guess, but it wasn't for me. I'm like, alright, whatever. Y'all enjoy that, but not for Mia. The file for SCP-055. Inconclusive, SCP-423 stated that it was not sure what it was doing other than the fact that something was not spherical. Researchers soon forgot that they sent SCP-423 to do. Oh no. Yeah, it's crazy. Um, oh wow, they even put him in Hamlet. During Act 1, Scene 2, a character by the name of Frederick sneezes halfway through the King Claudius' speech. Hamlet laughs. No other changes has been discovered. One question, SCP-423 stated, I got a little bored during the speech. Oh my god. Um, I am very uncultured with like older books. And even some of the newer ones, so. Oh wait, we just kind of read this one, but it has it again? Results, the words Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, and now he's dead, are replaced by Mama almost killed a man, put a gun against poor Fred, and I failed since he's not dead. Did we already do this? Doctor, oh! He did it differently this time. Oh, 1994 by George Orwell. I actually haven't read this book either, but I know it's very popular. And some people read it for school, I think. The man previously only referred to as Beetle-like in the canteen is now recalled by Winston to have been named Fred, and to work somewhere inside the narrow hallways of the Ministry of Plenty. Later in the novel, Winston reflects that he had not seen Fred in the canteen for some months now, either. No other changes noted. SCP-423 apparently returned to the journal almost immediately and wrote before questions could be asked that it needed a minute. After approximately 3.5 hours, it clarified its answer with another response, as transcribed below. I'm sorry for taking so long. I could see the suffocating logic of Orwell's system and how monolithic the oppression he created was. The book was watching me. Look, I don't want to do this again. At least Animal Farm had more places to hide. What? 1994 is really good. I heard it's really good. I've been meaning to read it. Yo, what's playing right now is Final Fantasy music, and that just threw me off so bad. I'm like, what? So yeah, if you play a Final Fantasy, this is some background music that plays. Final Fantasy 14, that is. That was a trip, just for a second. Jesus. While this adds 1984 to the list of novels that we could potentially use as punishment, we also now know that SCP-423 was exposed to other novels prior to containment. It would be worthwhile to create a complete list of these, through questioning or otherwise. He made it easy for us by starting on the letter A. Anyhow, Dr. Szyspansky. I butchered that name. I hear elevator music. This is not elevator music. This is definitely Final Fantasy 14 music. Wait, it's got Persona 5. A printout of the game script for Persona 5 result was laser scanned and the raw text compiled into a working program after being screened for anomalies. Wait, I gotta read this one. After the protagonist awakens in the Velvet Room for the first time, a new character named Fred appears in Café LeBlanc. Additional sprites and models for him have him appear as a blonde-haired young man in a blue uniform. Talking to him has him introduce himself as a record keeper for the Velvet Room, and he elaborates that he will be following the protagonist's journey with great interest. Fred appears in multiple different locations in the game, and talking to him will start a short conversation on his thoughts about the protagonist's journey so far, specifically on recent events in game. No characters notice him until the final palace, where he appears in the Velvet Room following Igor's release. A short scene is added where he explains that he was unable to return to the Velvet Room until Igor was freed. The same experiment on Persona 5 Royal an expanded and enhanced version of the game produced near identical results. The only difference being that Fred would discuss new events and characters in the game and is present in the third semester arc. Very interesting. What else? How did he put himself in a Beethoven song? SCP-423 took approximately 15 minutes, the average amount of time it would take to perform this piece, to return to the journal. A new section of the song lasting about 4 minutes transcribed a basic melody that is stylistically and idealistically similar to the original piece. The section is prefaced with staff instructions. I cannot say that. Suonato cum Fred? Played as Fred would. Performances of the modified piece, which was performed by Agent Burr, using a piano moved into the containment room, has been described by Foundation members attending the concert as soothing but unremarkable. SCP-423 noted the following in his journal. That was quite relaxing. That's really interesting. That's a really interesting way to tell a story. I'm curious. Do you have anything like that I could try out? It takes some getting used to. Dude, he likes music. I wasn't expecting that to work. I'm pleasantly surprised, Dr. I propose we continue testing with music-related experiments. It's not that I'm a fan of Fred's music or anything. Dr. K. Marker. I don't like how you brought unnecessary spectators to watch, but seeing as it boosted morale, I'll let it slide, but don't do that again. 05 to personnel involved. The Hardy Boys? What the heck? Oh man, they put him in H.P. Lovecraft stuff. Oh my god. Ender's Game? I've not read this one yet either. On the Outsider, Stephen King. I've not read this one either. I'm not gonna read that one. Dude, that's wild. Okay. Yeah, we didn't go through everything, but we kind of skimmed through it. But I am interested to see what this one is. SCP-583. This has piqued my interest. Okay. Moving on to the next SCP, which is going to be this one, since how it's kind of tied to the last one that we did. Let me take a sip. Alright. So this SCP is a Euclid. So it's kind of like midway between, like, containment procedures. Because you have Safe, and then you have Euclid, and then you have Keter. With Keter being, like, the hardest to contain. Euclid's kind of like mid, like where they don't know... they can contain it, but it's a little difficult, I think. They're a little difficult to contain. Keter, like, I don't think you can contain them at all. I could be wrong, though. Ace, thank you for the posture check. Oh, I am shrimping. I'm shrimping bad. And I'm going to stretch. Did I have that right? Apollyon is the hardest. Ooh, I don't even think I've seen an Apollyon yet. Keter will escape. Gotcha. Yeah, this is a Euclid. Apollyon can't be contained. So Keter, they can contain it, but it can get away from you. Apollyon, you just straight up can't contain it. I don't think I've read one like that yet. Apollyon is... oh, will escape. Apollyon, I think I'm saying this correctly, is very esoteric, though. Apollyon is world-ending. Oh. Oh, that's why I haven't seen very many of those. It's very rare. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've run into one of those yet. Unless y'all can, correct me on that, but I really don't think that I have. SCP-001 territory as well. Oh. Gotcha. Keter is hard to contain. Okay, but it's containable. It's just hard. From what I understand. I'm still learning what the classes mean. I don't think we've actually dove into 001 candidates yet, have we? If we have, it's maybe just like been one. It's hard for me to remember. I feel like I would have remembered if we would have. Megiddo is a step above Apollyon. Didn't read it. Okay, yeah. I have a feeling I would have remembered those. I have a flowchart of some of the containment classes if you want it. Yeah, sure. That'd be much appreciated, actually. Megiddo class is an anomaly that has already ended the world. Oh. Dude, that's sick. I need to read some of those. Maybe not tonight, unless there's some that's like not that long. Because I don't think I've read any of those. I haven't read Apollyon class or Megiddo class yet. Apollyon will end the world. Megiddo has already ended the world. There's two, by the way. Oh. So yeah, there are very few. Gotcha. SCP-8008 and SCP-7450. The nuclear option is possibly my favorite, short and sweet, and is basically an explained Apollyon. Okay. So... SCP... and 7450. And the nuclear option? So that's not like an SCP, that's like an entry, like a tale or something, right? Like a story, kind of? Or is it an SCP? Like, does it have an SCP number, I guess is what I'm asking. It's a tale, yeah. Okay, gotcha. I'm writing it down so I don't forget. But it's good and short? Okay. Yeah, tales are allowed. They very much are. Y'all are gonna give me so much to read. But we can read the nuclear option after I'm done with this SCP. Let's read this one first, though. Let's read this one. Alright, so... Did we do Ex Machina? That sounds very familiar. It's a possibility. Also post the chart onto Discord if you guys want to reference it. Thank you so much, Diamond! Let's see. SCP flowchart. Oh, this is sick, actually. Nice, thank you. I'm gonna, go through this later, probably after stream, to kind of memorize it, or at least try to memorize it. This is actually really great, thank you. SCP is so great. Like, it's so freaking, it's deep. It's so freaking deep, y'all. It's so good, and I love it. I love how into it people get. It's great. Alright, let's get into reading this Euclid class SCP, because it's piqued my interest. Okay, so SCP-583 is to be locked in a heavy-duty chrome steel safe. This bro is supposedly freaking bad. Narrativistics and you, KTE 9817, Blue Buster, Mendel Shelley, Renegade, Ambrusteri, Arco, one more tomorrow. Oh my god. That's a lot. Thank you. I have a lot of tales. People have suggested tales already for me to read, and I'll have to make a. Why am I being balked? Bink, welcome in. I'm not sure why the balk, but I appreciate it nonetheless. So yeah, the chart says V1.1. Does that mean it gets even bigger? I didn't even notice that. Oh my god. Also, Neri, thank you for the recommendations. Bunk the cute and amazing streamer. Thank you, Bink. I appreciate it. God, that means it might have even gotten bigger. Because 2019 was... Jesus. Like 5 years ago? 6 years ago? Whoa. Absentia. It does not have absentia. Whoa. Alright, let me get another sip of a drink. Alright. So SCP is locked in a heavy-duty chrome steel safe. Any level 3 or higher personnel have access to the safe. A lethal security system is to be kept operative in the containment room for SCP-583 at all times. SCP-583 is fragile and must not approach or be approached by any magnetic field generating material or device. SCP-583 is only as sturdy as a standard videotape and is to be handled with extreme care. SCP-583 must not be destroyed. Due to continued research into data expunged. What is it? What's up, Skagos? Welcome in. It's good to see you. Hope you've been doing well. Yeah, we're spooky. It's spooky night. It's spooky night every night here, but we're chilling and reading some SCP entries today. Alright, so this is a description of SCP-583. SCP-583 is a Sony Color Collection 60 to 90 minute mini DV videotape. Its case composed primarily of transparent green plastic. Oh, thank you so much, Galgos. I appreciate it. Thank you for the biddies. I got spooked and dropped my biddies. Thank you so much. It's much appreciated. Thank you. Let's see. My follow alerts look weird. Hold on. Why do they look weird here? Alright, let's see if that helps. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. So far, so good. So far, so good. Can't complain. Alright, let's see. Decidium Ignacy Nitzak Glyph. Oh my god. What is this that you're naming off? Those are really big words. The good stuffish containment classes. Noted. Noted, absolutely. That's crazy. There's so many classes I didn't even know existed. Because you only ever see like the 3 classes when reading these, which is usually either Safe, Euclid, or Keter. It's very rare that we run into anything else. So this SCP in particular is a videotape, it seems. So it's composed primarily of transparent green plastic. Details of the contents of the tape itself as described by test subjects. 000 nothing on the tape for the first 12 seconds. 012. Playback of a recording of Sesame Street Live begins, although with no sound. A date stamp of redacted is visible. 258. Starts choking and tries to get out of his costume. 312 dies from apparent asphyxiation. During the next 19 seconds, 3 other characters, redacted, and redacted, start choking and die in the same way. 331 recording stops. The rest of the tape is blank. What? Subjects who watch SCP-583's recordings suffer from a unique perception disorder. After seeing redacted die of asphyxiation, subjects witness the similar death of every character, fictional or not, that they see on TV or in a movie, hear on radio, or read about, whether printed or in an electronic format. This condition appears to be permanent, ending only with the death of the subject. Yo, that's fucking wild. Bro. Consult document 583-T01 for further information. You've seen ACS, right? I don't know that if I have or not. What does that mean? I don't think I have. Mochi, thank you so much for the care package. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. I am hydrating. Hydrated. Thank you for the posture check and the stretch redeem. I'm stretching. Stretched. Alright. Let's continue. Yo, this is wild. Okay. Document 583-TO1 recorded testimony of after exposure to SCP-583's recording. Retrieved during intervention P12, translated from French. Subject was given a hardbound copy of Clash of Kings and was asked to read aloud from anywhere in the book. Subject started reading at page 201. Okay. 1, 2. This is testing the effect of SCP-583. I started reading. Ago was back next. The southwest was barren and burnt, he swore. He had found the ruins of 2 more cities, and since he has started coughing. Okay, I think it has started. I'll read further. He'll die. You'll see. Back to the text. One was warded by a ring of skulls mounted on rusted iron spears, so he dared not enter. But he had explored the second for as long as he could, before his throat began to ache. He showed Danny an iron bracelet he had found, set with an uncut fire opal in size of her thumb. The size of her thumb. She was sick too, and the idea of the princess being ill like he was comforted him a little. There were scrolls as well, but they were dry and crumbling, and Ago had left them where they lay. He took a rest in his tent, praying a good night to his Targaryen mistress, and died the same night. I skip a few pages now till Danny dies too. Hear this. Here I stand. Look if that is your pleasure, but first tell me your names. And then she fell. I need a book with a lot of characters in it, I guess. Okay, so now I'll read the Carambar joke. So you can see it works with anything. Why did the chicken cross the road? Who cares? Halfway across the road, it fell over and choked and died. Ha ha. What is this? Oh my god. But Ayo, of all people, how are you gonna kill Danny? Don't talk to me about the show. Don't talk to me about the show. Anyway. Of all the people, why did it have to kill Danny? Like the best freaking character in freaking Game of Thrones. Whatever. It's my princess. That's my queen. Spooky month. Not yet. Actually, every month is spooky month with us. So, actually, you're correct. I don't think we have it. We've made it to an ACS SCP yet. We've mostly covered the older ones. Yeah, we've mostly been doing older stuff. Risk and disruption classes. Oh. I made a class, my beloved. Yeah, we've not read any of those. Interesting, though. I would like to read some of the newer SCPs. End of testimony. Addendum Class D personnel exposed to SCP-583 are to be placed into psychological studies to examine the long-term psychological effects of exposure to SCP-583. The standard termination schedule for these subjects may be waived with authorization from Dr. Very interesting. I need to write this down. That way I can see that we have read it. Okay. The next thing we're going to read is the nuclear option, since how it was said that that was pretty... Wait, how does this work? Can I just... Is this it? Okay, yeah, that's not bad. That's not too bad. Given these tales can, like, last a very long time. Or, like, be very, very long. This is it. Okay. I'm gonna turn this down for me, though. Music was a little loud for me. Alright, gang, we're gonna read the nuclear option. It'd be cool to read at least one of these tales per stream that I do of these. Alright, let me get another drink of water. Oh, I need to read more of these so that my throat will get used to it. My voice always wants to give out about a little after an hour. Because it's not used to it. Not used to all the talking. Alright. So. Hydrate, thank you. Do. I will hydrate again. Everything's fine. Thank you for the head pats, Nat. I appreciate it. Alright. Oh. Okay. We begin. The nuclear option. You are standing on top of an atomic bomb. No one at orientation believed the director. They never do. We all just chuckled and waited for him to shoot us a playful smile. But light laughter turned to silence, and his face never changed. You are standing on top of an atomic bomb, and one day you might have to detonate it. By the end of that orientation, after hearing the emergency procedures and protocols for activating a nuclear warhead, I comprehended this fact, but I never understood it. Not as the klaxons blared, and the emergency lights flooded the walls of the site in a deep red. Not as I heard the ripping of metal and the screams from the floors above me. Not as I choked into the fading eyes of the director. His hand, bloodied and broken, places an envelope in mine. It's labeled authorization codes. I can feel a key inside of it. You are standing on top of an atomic bomb, he sputters. His body falls limp. He is dead. Holy shit. What? I gotta let my cat out again. Hold on. Now I'm driving me crazy. That's wild. The good stuff. I'm intrigued already. Dude, what happened to him? On-site nuclear warhead protocol. All major Foundation sites are to be outfitted with an on-set nuclear warhead. In the case of a major containment breach where it is believed that anomalies will make mass and unrecoverable contact with a baseline human populace, this warhead is to be detonated to ensure the continued success of the Foundation's mission. Each warhead is outfitted with remote detonation capabilities and, given the proper authorization codes, can be activated at any major Foundation site. However, due to the possibility of communicational interference that could be caused by a containment breach. All warheads may also be activated manually and on site. If a warhead is detonated in this manner, it is assumed that the site was under a severe and otherwise irrecoverable containment breach, and thus there will be no countdown. Dude, so they're just gonna do it? There wouldn't be a countdown or anything, you would just freaking blow up. Whoa. The decision to detonate the nuclear warhead must be unanimous among the following individuals: the site director, who has the requisite information regarding the site to determine the likelihood, the lead on-site containment specialist who can assess the severity of the breach in question, at least 3 O5 council members. We have not dove into those council members yet. I don't think. I remember us briefly talking about them, but we came to the conclusion, I think, that it was going to have to be its own stream if we were to ever talk about them, because there's so much lore with them. Funny fact, Site 43 has a different form of self-destruction protocols. Really? Huh. I'll have to look into that too. Interitus Decidium and Sundown. Oh. I don't know what that means, but Sundown doesn't sound good. None of those sound good. Okay. I sprint down the stairwell, practically leaping down the flights of stairs. Into the breach. Deeper, deeper. I overestimate my power and tumble face first into a wall. But the pain is numbing and I just keep going. Deeper, deeper. The outlines of monsters play out through the windowed doors. Each floor is home of new amalgams of shadows and silhouettes that my brain was better off failing to comprehend. This is what they warned us about. This is what happens when things go bad. Finally, I hit the bottom of the stairwell. I open the envelope and unfurl a slip of paper inside. I punch the first passcode into the door. I can barely read it through the blotches of blood. The door clicks. I burst my way inside to the only room that has been untouched by the catastrophe. It feels like a scene out of a 1980s sci-fi movie, with analog control panels and CRT monitors. The surfaces are coated in dust, and the corners are colonized by spider webs. I can feel my hand shaking. I take a deep breath. Doesn't it bother you? Doesn't what bother me? You know, the thought that at any moment, you might just evaporate in a blast of fire and radiation. Because I work here? Well, yeah, we are standing on top of an atomic bomb. I just don't think working here is any different from waiting tables in that respect. Do I have to repeat the thing about the atomic bomb under the floorboards? Jerry, ultimately the question isn't about the distance to the bomb, right? The question is about the existential dread. The fear of being the next Chernobyl. And while that has its own sense of fear, the end result is not that different from a city on the coast becoming the next Hiroshima. The only difference is whether the blast is coming from below or above, but it's all the same. It's all the same fire. It's all the same ash. Same radiation poisoning. And you're okay, and you're just okay with that? We've been living at the other end of a gun called the nuclear bomb since the mid-1940s. Just because you finally realize that doesn't change the fact that we don't have much choice but to be okay with it. I'm not sure I can accept that. Then run for fucking president, Jerry. Join a disarmament movement, but you're not going to fix that problem working on the foundation. Wait, the first detonates shaped charges in the second sublevel. Security containment, destroying it utterly. The second does the same thing site-wide. The third opens a secret set of floodgates on the bed of Lake Huron, filling the caverns below the site's footprint with water and activating preceded caches of expanded foam. Oh my god. Third is intended to prevent the escape of Burnt from custody. The second prevents their escape from Site 43 by obliterating it and bringing down the bedrock ceiling. permanently entombing all and sundry. The third is a speculative measure to neutralize Dr. Wynne Ritterich, SCP-5520. Holy shit. Yo, there's so much. There's so much I don't know. Yeah, it's very cool. I love how detailed this is. That's freaking wild. Yeah, we haven't really talked about Sat 43 either. To my knowledge. None of those protocols has ever been both ordered and enacted. Only one has been ordered. Oh. Interesting. Okay. The site directors and the overseers talk a big game about how difficult their job is, how hard it is to make the decisions they do. They have had to sacrifice so much to maintain normalcy, and they can feel the weight of each and every life on their shoulders. Atlases. The lot of them. They tell us this from behind their nice fancy desk, in their office lined with mahogany bookshelves and diamond chandeliers, or from behind a screen halfway across the world, where they then lean back and feel the weight of the little number in their spreadsheet going up and down. They aren't the ones turning the key. They aren't the ones pushing the button. They aren't the ones making the decisions. I feel the weight of the brass in my palm. It sapped the heat from my hand, and now it feels like an extension of my fingers. I shove it inside the control panel, which blinks and whirs to life. The Foundation started putting atomic bombs in their sights ever since Oppenheimer blew one up in New Mexico. Even as the Foundation expanded in the 60s and 70s, building up the massive Sites 17, Site 19, Site 43, and Site 120. Site 120, the nuclear warhead remained a fixture of the architectural layouts. And they weren't careless about the placement of the sites either. They were remote, so far away that only a few thousand people would even see the smoke. But that was 50 years ago, and nobody properly understood the scope of urban sprawl. The winding tendrils of suburbia that stretched across developed nations. Now, a major highway runs by Site 17. Real estate developers build up the swamp surrounding Site 23. This site is only 3 miles away from a middle school. Oh, man. I have just armed an atomic bomb. The small plastic cover for the final detonation button lifts. It's small, and it's red, and it's flashing. I place my thumb over the button. Oh, man. Hey, do you really think you could do it? Yeah. How? Oh, don't give me that look. I'm not gonna act like it's some noble decision. Like we have a job to do, right? We're here to protect normalcy. I'm going to fucking do that. And besides, I know I'm a piece of shit for this. But if I'm going down there, I know I'm not coming back up. So it's not like I'm going to have to live with the guilt. You know he's not wrong. They're not wrong. I recently visited Hiroshima as part of a trip I took with my family to Japan. Of course, we visited the A-Bomb Museum. It was a very well-constructed museum. A lot of museums are just a collection of exhibits, antiques, and plaques. Sometimes an individual exhibit will have a sense of a thorough line, but usually it doesn't feel like it's trying to tell a story. This museum, though, it told a story. It painted a very vivid picture of the devastation of the atomic bomb. It made really stunning usage of testimonials from survivors and the families of the dead, of pictures taken during and after the bombing, and a lot of other media. You first enter this long, dark passageway that has these frosted windows, but you can't see through them. They're completely opaque and shine this dull blue color, which dimly lights the whole museum. Then come the paintings of the victims, each horrible in their own way, not because of excruciating detail, but rather the lack thereof. How red blotches depicted boils, or groups of thin red and gray lines represented how the thread of torn clothes had tangled with flesh. All of this next to actual pictures of burn victims, with ulcers on their tongues and charred skin across their backs. It's at this point I realized how many parents were taking their children to see the museum. So many little Japanese boys and girls looking at carnage I hadn't seen until I was at least twice their age. I guess it's never too early to be taught the horrors of war. After the paintings, we walked through a hall lined with pictures of children killed in the explosion, paired with a pair of gloves or maybe a watch that they owned. All these belongings all these belongings donated by grieving families who left small accounts of how they learned their children had died. This is awful. And is it really okay to take children to these places? I mean, yeah, they gotta learn about it eventually, but they're still kids. Oh. This led to the story of the radiation poisoning victims. All of the families that had to watch their loved ones atrophy and decay until their body couldn't hold out any longer. That is the final stretch before we exited the main wing of the museum. But we didn't empty out into a main lobby or some sort of foyer. Instead, we turned the corner into a hallway that runs backward along the main exhibit. Finally, we can see outside through the glass wall that runs the length of the exhibit hall. There's a point where everyone stops and looks out the window for a moment, along the various peace memorials lined up along the courtyard, through a hole in the tree lines to see this. Oh yeah, I think I've seen a picture of this before. I've been there, I've seen it. It's brutal from a distance and heartbreaking up close. I don't think I could do it. It would be interesting, but it would be hard. It would be very, very hard to go through that museum and look at all those pictures and see all the, like, devastation. It would break my heart. Let's run some quick numbers. The on-site nuclear warhead is about 9 megatons. This means that anything within 1.2 miles will be evaporated upon detonation. Holy shit. And then radiation will spread for about 2 miles. And then on top of that, thermal radiation will burn civilians within 16.8 miles. Even for a site built in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, that is going to instantly kill 13,000 people, lowball. Then it will create burn victims and douse radiation on another 50,000 people, lowball. And then that's not even accounting for the wind taking the fallout and spreading it out across the crops and fields nearby. Or the number of rescue workers who might fall ill cleaning up the aftermath. It doesn't even factor in the true aftermath. Absolute devastation. 100%. God dang, that's a lot. And imagine having to be the one to detonate it. Like you had to do it. Of course, the person said, you wouldn't have to live with it at least. But oh my god, the weight of the literal world on your shoulders. Bro. Okay. The post-nuclear warhead detonation protocol. There are 2 scenarios that will occur when an on-site nuclear warhead is detonated. First, the detonation occurs sufficiently far away from civilians that there are minimal spectators/victims. In this case, amnestics are administered as per nominal protocol, and communications are coordinated with the government of the respective nation to announce that the explosion was part of a test of their nuclear warhead supply. Second, the detonation occurs within the proximity of a civilian population center. In this case, the first and foremost priority is to maintain secrecy of the foundation. That's the priority. Oh my god. And the anomalous. This means that the cause of the explosion... Whoa. HTTPS AC3, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome in, welcome in. What were you up to? Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I'm currently losing my voice, but I'm powering through this. But welcome in, raiders. My name is Mia Mia, And today we are reading some SCPs. We're just chilling. It's a chill day. It's also kind of spoopy. So we were just chilling, reading some SCPs today. You're playing Roblox. Oh, I kind of like playing Roblox. I haven't played in a while, but I have friends that drag me into Roblox. And it's fun. We play, what's that one called? Doors? Doors is very fun, and it's spooky. But thank you so much, I appreciate it. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. If you have to write and run, please feel free to do so. Please do your after stream care, get some food, drinks. Get some eeps if you need it. Playing some games, went on a long dig for someone with low view. Ah, thanks. Appreciate it. Hope you had fun playing your games. Roblox has like a lot of games. I actually didn't even know what Roblox was until my friends like introduced it to me. I kind of had like a little idea of what Roblox was, but I had no idea. I had no idea like the amount of games that were on Roblox. There's so many. There's Pressure now. It's Doors but underwater. I've never heard of that one. There's a lot of horror games I want to play that's on Roblox. I've like looked through them one day. They'd be really fun to play. I did, thank you. We also played Donkey... You played Doki Doki? So, I want to play Doki Doki. I've actually never played Doki Doki. And I have since... You know, Doki Doki came out a long time ago. I have kept clear of spoilers so far. Until now. And I will be playing Doki Doki at some point. I just don't know when yet. I hear it's a trip. I hear it's a lot. I'm probably not as prepared for it as I think that I am. But yeah, I'm largely unspoiled from it. So I feel like it'll be really fun. Yeah, you should. I have a couple of times. I just have yet to finish it. Ah ha ha. From 2017 without spoilers is incredible. I'm telling you, I have kept away. Every time I see it, I dab away. And I dab away very quickly. Yeah, I see that it's free. Why does... Okay. I see that it's also $20 on Steam as well, but I'm guessing that's like for extra content. Doki Doki is amazing. Ooh. Yeah, I hear a lot of really good things about Doki Doki, but also I hear that it's a trip. The slice of life aspect is so good, Blind. Oh, it's for the DLC. I got you, I got you. So you can actually just play it for free and not miss anything. Is that kind of like the case here? You've also still comic handshaking you right now, giving you a handshake. The DLC plus has extra art and basically a secondary story. Gotcha, gotcha. So I could still play the free version and get away with it. handshakes all around. But yeah, it is on my to play list. I will be streaming it as well. I just don't want to win yet. But I will be playing it. Don't throw me spoilers if that's for real. Don't throw me spoilers if that's for real. Is that for real? If so, that's crazy. That's wild. What the heck? Okay, no more. I'm not gonna be looking. No more. No trolling. God, my voice is like already. We aren't even at the 2-hour mark, and I feel like I'm already losing my voice. And I think it's just because I haven't done one of these in a while. Alright, let's finish this. Done chasing rabbits. Now, no more spoilers. Alright. Where are we? For more practice, you should go for 6 hours. My voice literally wouldn't exist. Like, I was gonna try and go for like 3 hours of doing this, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it to 3 hours. It'll probably end up having to be like 2 or 2.5. Alright. Where are we? Oh yeah, I was talking about the detonation. Oh yeah, it's a priority to maintain secrecy of the Foundation and the anomalous. This means that the cause of the explosion must be levied on a highly probable target. This could be almost any nuclear superpower, such as the United States, Russia, or China, etc. After a culprit has been named, Foundation personnel embedded in the involved governments are to advocate for peaceful resolutions. However, it is acknowledged that the likelihood of mutual annihilation is very high. Furthermore, in the case of more unstable governments, the resultant nuclear fallout may increase to a global scale. Should this occur, Foundation sites are to follow the proper XK end of the world scenario procedures, including the arming and detonation of their respective nuclear warheads. Remember, if the light illuminates things that we must not see, then all of humanity must die in the dark. It would be a regrettable path, but we would be successful in our mission. A world of fire and brimstone is well within normalcy. I'm standing on top of a nuclear bomb. My thumb quivers. And that's the end! Dude, that was actually really good. I did like that one. Bro, that's crazy. End of death be like. And it cuts off because he had to push the button. Ugh. Yeah, that's really good. I enjoyed that. That one's nice. See, I don't mind tales like this. I think this is really, really cool. It just sucks whenever they're really good and they're super long. But that one was nice. That one wasn't that long at all. It's a nice short read. Alright. I think I could probably read one more. Maybe. Kind of makes me think of a tabletop RPG called Rifts, which is post-apocalypse, where nuclear war brought magic back. So now there's mages dressed like Fallout characters. That sounds like a sick tabletop game. Oh my god. Skagos, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Have a good lurk. Keep being amazing. Thank you so much, Skagos. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we've read that. Also, what's up, Tyrion? Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Also, hold on, let me read. If we have time next time, could we try going through the Site 43 webpage? Sure. Like, I'm down for anything. There's like so much that I don't know. It's a lot. It can be overwhelming, honestly. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? Alright. Yeah, there's a lot of SCPs to choose from. There's a lot. Let's see, is there a short one? Let's see, I don't know if Pell's still here. I had written 2 of his down. Let's see. Wait, what's the zombie plague? By order of Overseer Council, this file is subject to level 4 classification. Oh, it's the zombie. Wait, this is not. Wait, I want to read this one. I feel like as resident zombie lover, it's kind of crazy how I've never read this one. I want to read this one. Which ones have we done today? We've done actually not that many. We've done SCP-423, which is the self-inserting character, which was fun. We read where did I write that down? We read 583, which was, what was that one called? I don't think we actually had a name for that one. But it was a videotape. And then we read the nuclear option. Yes, we read about Fred. Fred, love that boy. Fred was fun. I liked reading about Fred. He's a funny guy. Deathly Videotape is what it's called. Yeah, we read that one, and then we read the nuclear option. And because my voice is dying, also, I don't know if it also has something to do with the fact that I also, as of like a week or 2 ago, I was diagnosed with pneumonia, like walking pneumonia. But I finished my antibiotics for it a couple of days ago. I feel a lot better, but I'm sure that had a lot to do with it too, with me not having a voice. Or wearing it out, I should say. Yeah, I want to read the zombie one. I want to read the zombie one real quick, especially because I've been playing The Walking Dead recently. 4 is more than we usually get through in a stream, so congrats on that. I know we usually only get to 2 or 3 in like a 2-hour mark. Which is wild. We balled today. 100% we balled today. We didn't go on too many tangents either. So that helped a lot. I'm gonna get another drink. Alright. Let's read about the zombie plague. This is a Euclid class. SCP-008 samples have been deemed Class 5? I assume that's meant to be read as in Roman numeral. Extreme biological hazards and all related protocols apply. Incineration and irradiation measures will be deployed in the event of political or military action which may result in the facility being dismantled. A power failure or 0 communications from operatives or outside channels during any given 8-hour period. The quarantine period for operatives leaving the facility is 4 months. If a breach has occurred, incineration and irradiation measures shall be deployed. It should be the policy of all G2 sites to not prepare an evacuation procedure. Dude, that's kind of cool. It's like a ribbon. Oh. Oh, wait, that's why you've been gone? Yeah, it's why, like, the past couple of weeks I have not, done these kinds of streams, and why it's been kind of rare to see me around. Yeah, basically. But also, I've just been busy with other things, which is another reason I haven't been doing these kinds of streams. But literally the past week and a half, I've been trying to rest my voice and, like, not talk so much. Which is, it was so weird. It was not like I even had a cough or like had a scratchy throat or anything. I had other symptoms of it, which was weird, but they found it through x-rays. So yeah. Yeah, I should be good now. I went through 10 days of antibiotics, so yeah, it's bad. After I started taking the antibiotics, I started feeling really bad. But I'm better now. I'm cool. um all right, let's go into a description. A description of it. SCP-008 is a complex prion, samples of which are stored in each of the known G2 sites. Research into SCP-008 is highly classified and primarily aimed at preventing research which may lead to the synthesis of SCP-008 in the distant future. Traits of the SCP-008 prion include 100% infectiousness, 100% lethality, transmission through exposed mucous membranes and all bodily fluids, not airborne or waterborne. Okay, so it's just like your normal zombie virus. You get it through being bit or like bodily fluids, like you get scratched or like you get the blood in like one of your scratches or something. Pretty typical. Symptoms of infection with SCP-008 manifest no more than 3 hours after exposure and include... Oh, we get to read the symptoms. Flu-like symptoms with high fever plus severe dementia in later stages. Coma onset approximately 20 hours after first symptoms appear and 12 hours after noticeable dementia. Coma onset will be considered onset of death. A period of sporadic cellular necrosis occurs which comes to resemble gangrene. Surviving tissue assumes its original function and is highly resilient. Red blood cells greatly increase oxygen storage capacity, resulting in slower blood flow and increased muscle endurance and strength. Nervous and muscular systems are unaffected by total organ failure for several hours. Metabolism may decrease to extremely low levels, allowing subject to survive for over 10 years without nutrition. High blood viscosity results in negligible blood flow from gunshot, puncture, and slashing injuries. Conditioned behavior, motor controls, and instinctive behavioral mechanisms are damaged, and cognitive abilities are severely retarded and erratic. Animals experience excessive brain necrosis and are inactive. Wait, so animals can get this too? That's different. Usually whenever you hear of the zombie virus, animals are completely unaffected by it. However, in the SCP universe, apparently animals can get it. Which is interesting. Subject can adapt to its damaged nervous system but is limited to basic physical activities, including standing up, balancing on two legs, walking, biting, and grabbing and crawling. Subject will energetically move towards sights, sounds, and smells it associates with living humans. Subject will attempt to ingest living humans if physical contact is made. Neutralizing fully infected subjects requires significant cranial trauma. Of course, it has to be the head. Double tap. There is strong evidence to suggest SCP-008 itself did not form naturally on Earth, since variants of similar complexity would have displaced much of the ecosystem. In 1959, a short collaborative effort with the USSR to locate G2 sites and eliminate SCP-008 was negotiated following their discovery. The status of SCP-008 in Russian custody since collaboration ended is unknown. Oh. Whoa. So, dang. Addendum 0081, SCP-500 has been found to be able to completely cure SCP-008, even in the advanced stages of the disease. So, what's SCP-500? I don't think we've read this one. Why not imagine the mosquitoes. Why not the mosquitoes? The mosquitoes are horrible enough as it is. Yo, I tried to eat outside this morning, like tried to eat my breakfast. And I was like vibing, eating my breakfast, reading a book, and the mosquitoes tore my legs up. I'm like, I couldn't even sit outside to enjoy the nice weather this morning for the mosquitoes. And I'm just like, why do y'all exist? I hate it here. Don't other animals other than humans instantly die due to brain necrosis? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they're a menace. I hate mosquitoes. We haven't read this one. So this specific SCP can cure the zombie virus, or the zombie plague, I should say. It's safe and must be stored in a cool and dry place away from bright light. SCP-500 is only allowed to be accessed by personnel with level 4 security clearance to prevent misapplication. SCP-500 is a small plastic can which at the time of writing contains 47 red pills. One pill, when taken orally, effectively cures the subject of all diseases within 2 hours. Exact time depending on the severity and amount of the subject's conditions. Despite extensive trials, all attempts at synthesizing more of what is thought to be the active ingredient of the pills has been unsuccessful. What? I gotta let my cat out again. Hold on. SCP personnel below level 3 are now banned from handling SCP-500. This is not to be used as a This is not to be used to cure a hangover. Get AIDS and then ask permission? That's freaking great. Dr. 500-022F has requested 1 SCP-500 pill for testing with SCP-038. Request has been approved. Oh man, it's like got all kinds of... Dude, this will have to be like its own stream. This is crazy. So it's a cure for everything. Two were used the remaining 3 years. Yeah, because I don't know what any of these are, what it was used for, because I don't know these SCPs yet. Based purely on like how good it is for humanity. Like, wouldn't it cure cancer? I mean, I'm sure that's in here somewhere. Someone had to have thought of that. Yeah, no, we need this in real life. Mosquitoes suck, but unfortunately they are an important part of the ecosystem since they're pollinators and a vital food source for a ton of animals. So a necessary evil. Tyrion, I know you're right. I know you're right, but they suck so bad. I feel like we could have done something else. I feel like there could have been a different kind of bug for this instead of a mosquito. Now, only the richest of the rich could only afford it. Oh, except we only have 4. That's right. There's only 47. It's not reproducible because they don't know what's in it. Since the mechanism is unknown and the quantity is limited, we have to keep them in a locker for the O5s to abuse in their private coffins. Ah, bro. They have the Fountain of Youth. Very fascinating. This is a cool one. We read some pretty cool stuff today. I know I say this every time I do these streams, but I really want to start doing more of these. Also, my voice needs the practice. It's probably just out of practice why I lost my voice. Usually I would lose it at about the 2.5 to 3 hour mark, but I lost it about the 1 hour mark today, which sucks. Ugh. Pale, thank you for the hydrate and posture check. Care package, I should say. $500 is cure-all, not the same thing. Black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white. Gray to cap off the night? What is that? Make sure to drink some. I have tea here. I just need to warm it back up. Guys, make sure you're taking care of your voice. I'm trying. I'm trying. Like, it's a tail. That's what you said? So I can just kind of look up. This one? Is it this one? Yeah, this isn't bad. We can do this. We'll do this and then wait, is this the one y'all said was hold on. I don't know if I want to read this one. Wait. This is the one that y'all said was no, the triggering one is Eulogy and 11-8. Okay, okay. This one's okay, okay. I don't want to read anything too graphic. I don't want to read anything too graphic. Okay. Yesterday, I watched 3 men die because one man sneezed in a room full of blood and shit and light. Today, 3 more men go in, cheap mops in each other's lives in their hands. Yesterday, I watched a man I admired gunned down for leaving a rose for a girl whose life was tattered by trauma she never deserved. Today, she doesn't remember, and 3 halls down I can hear her screaming. Yesterday, I watched a group of soldiers go down fighting against the corpses of comrades who died before them. Today, we rest another sample, this time on children. Yesterday, I watched 5 men and women gunned down in an abandoned factory no one cares about. Today, it happens again and again, every 11 seconds, forever. Yesterday, I watched a man sit comfortably in a nice armchair, sipping scotch and laughing as he ordered a woman to simply stop breathing. Today, he gets the day off of work, detail for good behavior. Yesterday, I watched hundreds of men and women in orange jumpsuits herded like animals into empty rooms that filled with gas fire. Today, hundreds more are told they have a chance for a lighter sentence and a chance to serve their country. Yesterday, I watched the world nearly die in 1,000 terrible ways. Sometimes we would have had time to scream. Today, I'm alive to write about it. You want happy endings? Fuck you. You're alive to read it. God help us all. Secure, contain, protect. Whoa. References a lot of SCPs. Dude. That one was good. I like that one too. That was a nice one to leave off on. It was weird and creepy. Nice. Good tales don't fuck around. No, they don't. They sure don't. I gotta find the 11-second time loop because that one's interesting, actually. Ooh. Yeah, y'all definitely send me y'all suggestions in the Discord if y'all did become members of the Discord. Please send me your suggestions. I did write down all of the ones. I'm pretty sure Nat did too, but just in case. I did write down all of the ones that y'all suggested earlier in the stream. So gonna head to bed. Hope you have a blessed rest of the stream. Of course, Bink. Thank you for stopping by. I think we're actually gonna end here pretty quick. Because my voice is dying. It's dying. That kind of sucks though. I really wanted to at least make the 3-hour mark, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Close, thank you so much for the biddies. It's much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, thank you all so much for your suggestions today. I'll try and do another one of these. I already have a schedule for this week, so probably not this week. I'll probably try and do this again sometime next week. Probably either next Monday or Tuesday. Let's see. I also want to get around to playing the games as well. I just wanted to read a little bit more of the SCPs first before I dove into the games, but I do have a couple of, is it just one of the games I have? I know there's like 2 or 3. Which one do I have? I have SCP-5K alpha testing. So I want to play that eventually. All right. So yeah, thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate it. It was nice getting to chat with everyone. It was nice diving back into this, the SCP world again. Hopefully I can do more of these in the future. Let me see who we can raid this evening. Let's see who's online. Oh, I know who we can raid. We are going to raid my VTuber bro K, who is having a birthday stream today. Today's his birthday, so be sure to wish him a happy birthday. Alright. Yeah, good night everyone. I will see you all soon. Let me get this raid started. Take a good rest and care for your voice. I will. I will go heat up my tea again. Hold on, let me see. Cat is irritating. Hopefully okay, I did. Alright, everyone, please wish Kay a happy birthday. Y'all are crazy with the hype train already. Nat, thank you so much for the biddies. I appreciate it. Everyone, thank you all so much for being here. I will be live again on Wednesday with a new season of The Walking Dead. Which is the final season. We'll be starting season 4. Is it 4? Yeah, it's 4. So yeah, thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for the hype train. Or crazy. And I'll see y'all later. Good night, everyone. See y'all Wednesday.